Over the last month, Donald Trump has offered some, I guess we'll just call it advice to Republican lawmakers, both at the federal level and, of course, at the state level. And he's getting angrier by the day because no Republicans are listening to him. Now let's rewind the clock a little bit. Think back to that idiotic CNN town hall that Donald Trump did, where he actually encouraged Republicans to just default on the public debt. Like, do not make a negotiation on the debt ceiling. If Biden doesn't cave to all of your demands, let the country default, because he said it would lead to basically a bad week or a bad day. Like, that's it. You know, shutting down the entire government, not paying our debts and obligations. It was just a bad week, or maybe even just a bad day, is the advice Donald Trump told people. But he wasn't done there. It went beyond the CNN town hall, because then he got on Truth Social and said, quote, "Republicans should not make a deal on the debt ceiling unless they get everything they want. Do not fold." Well, Republicans did pretty much get most of what they wanted, and Biden is the one who did fold on many issues, but it does appear that we have an agreement on the debt ceiling, and we are going to avoid a default. So they didn't take Donald Trump's advice. Republicans did cave on a couple issues, not as much as we would have liked to have seen. There are still going to be a lot of people hurting from this negotiation, but a negotiation did in fact happen, and Donald Trump said don't do it, but Republicans did it anyway. Even Kevin McCarthy admitted that I only spoke to Donald Trump, he said, quote, "for a second," about the debt ceiling, and Trump just said, "get a good deal, bud." And that's it. And of course, more recently than that, this past weekend, Donald Trump got on Truth Social and urged all Republicans in the Texas state legislature to not impeach embattled Attorney General Ken Paxton. And then those Republicans proceeded to impeach Attorney General Ken Paxton. Trump wasn't happy about that, so Trump got on Truth Social again after that and said, "Missing in action, where is the governor of Texas on his Attorney General's impeachment?" And Texas Republican Governor Greg Abbott has still not said a word. So Trump's out there like, don't impeach him. They impeach him. Greg Abbott, say something. Greg Abbott doesn't say something. What we're seeing right now, and of course Trump has also come out and said, Ron DeSantis, get tough against Disney. They're screwing you over. DeSantis doesn't know what else to do here. But what's happening is that Donald Trump is giving advice, very terrible advice, to Republicans, and they're ignoring him. So I think what's happening is that Republicans, both at the federal and state level, are starting to realize that Donald Trump doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. They're finally starting to see through this facade that he has created and realize that this is not a master negotiator. This is not a master legislator. This is just an idiot with a political agenda, with a vendetta, basically. It's not even an agenda. It's a vendetta. Protect your friends, punish your enemies. That's all Trump is about. That's all he wants to do. That's what he wanted to do with the debt ceiling, is punish the Democrats. That's what he wanted to do in Texas, protect his ally, Ken Paxton. And nobody cared. If Trump is, in fact, losing power, and I think it's a little early to go ahead and make that diagnosis and say, yes, you are losing power, but I do think we're starting to see some cracks. I do think we're starting to see Republicans look at Donald Trump as not the only one out there anymore. I think the more we have Republicans jumping into this 2024 Republican primary, all of these other Republicans across the country are going to start saying, well, wait a minute. It may not be Trump. He may not be the guy. I know all the polls right now say he's going to be the guy. You know, everything tells us he's going to be the guy, but he may not be. He may be convicted before we get to the end of the primary season. He may be indicted. Well, he, according to reports, is supposed to be indicted again this summer, maybe twice this summer, once from the DOJ and once from Georgia. And we don't even know how many counts that either of those indictments could be. Whatever it is, Republicans no longer see Donald Trump as somebody that they have to bow down to. Whether this stays or whether it goes back to the way it was remains to be seen. But given all of Donald Trump's problems and, of course, all of the problems on the horizon, I think more and more Republicans are starting to realize they don't have to do whatever this guy says, because maybe a year down the road, he's going to be yelling at him from prison, and that's not going to be very effective if they want to continue with their jobs by listening to a guy ranting at them from behind bars. I know that's a long shot, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.